What up, YouTube? All right, so we are going to be trying to find out if I can become a pro strongman with no experience. So join me along for the ride. We're on the bulk right now. We're getting thick. And there's little buddy in the background. So I got to go be dad for right now. But I will catch you guys for a little chat later about, just my first strongman prep, essentially, and just trying to become an elite strength athlete. So I'll catch you guys soon after some dadding. Time for me and little buddy to get some vitamin D. Oh. Hey, buddy. How you doing over there? Cheers, YouTube. I hope you guys are getting some sun and some coffee, two of my favorite things. You hear little buddy in the background, he's having a great time too. So if you got a case of the poops, go get some sun. Okay. All right, well, it's time for Buddy to nap, so me and him are going to go for a walk, and hopefully he falls asleep. This is turning into a day in the life of a dad trying to be a strength athlete, so I hope you're enjoying. I'll catch you guys soon. Having quiet time. Good morning. Good morning, tubers. Cheers. On my last sip of coffee right now. And we're now 20 weeks out from my first national strength competition. And so we are going to see if I can become a pro strongman with zero experience. I've been a competitive athlete my whole life, but I haven't really had a competitive outlet in the last, while. So this is like a new stint. Can I become an elite athlete? We will see. And so I'll bring you through my training this week, 20 weeks out. Right now, I'm really just doing very basic stuff. GPP, the farther you out from something, like the less specific you are. So I've just been doing some volume, like squats, deadlifts, and doing some power cleans, some front squats, things like of that nature, just building a strength base. And I've been having fun, yeah. So the sessions are getting more intense. These last few weeks, the fatigue's building a little bit more, but yeah, training's been going very well. Something key to do is, I think I'm on my 5th week back in the gym now, something like that. And the first few weeks were very simple, and you go and you're barely even thinking about the workout. You're going to complete everything. You're not going to fail a rep. And now it's getting, things are getting more intense. But that's really important, is to give yourself runway to build momentum. And also because I was untrained before, because I took 2 months off or a month off from the gym, maybe a little more. And I think that's very beneficial because you just give your body time to de-stress your immune system, nervous system, give it some rest. And then when you start training again, you don't need a huge stimulus to get a response. So you don't want to come out of the gates too hot. But I'm getting into it now. I'll put the training right now of my squats. Things are getting heavier. I'm tired today from these last 2 sessions. So yeah, the fatigue is building. I'm on week 5 or 6 of training. So it's very important as you go through training to mitigate fatigue at certain points, and then you have to build it up, and then you have to let it go, and that's called periodization, all to peak for the competition in September. So yeah, training's been a little bit more exciting, I guess. So here are the clips. Ready? Boom. And while you guys were watching me work out, I have a box of coffee. Let's just say I'm highly caffeinated. I just need a little bit more. Why do I have a box of coffee, you ask? Well, my wife put on she's a personal trainer, has her own fitness stuff, and she had put on an event, so I got the leftover coffee. And I can drink some coffee. My wife needs to hide it from me. Okay, anyway, so you guys just watched me train. Yeah, I'm pretty fatigued from that. The sessions are getting more intense, and they're gonna continue to get more intense. And so something that I've been doing, and something you just always have to keep in mind, at least for me, is like, when I started training, I was training, like every other day. But now that these weights have been getting heavier, I've been like resting for 2 days and then training a lot of the times. So yeah, this is my second rest day after those sessions. So I'll be back to it tomorrow. But stay tuned for the next video for that training footage. But yeah, things are they're getting more intense. The weights are going to continue to go up, and I will be working to peak my strength. Right now, I'm just building a base, getting back into it, focusing on, just good movement, and yeah, not trying to get too excited in training right now. I do think that you have to save your adrenaline dumps and all those things for the competition, and maybe a few times during training, but you don't want to be too ramped up all the time, because when you're training really hard, you're pushing your nervous system and your immune system, and you have to have the opposite times of like total relaxation in order to apply lots of stress. So yin and yang with training. And I guess some of the negatives of training hard and training heavier, and as things get more intense, is it makes me lethargic and tired. You know what I mean? Like, I feel fatigued today. I just kind of want to lay around all day and do nothing. And it's like, I get like brain fog and stuff like that. So it's like training hard definitely has like negative effects without question. Your body hurts. Yeah, you're tired, kind of like just lethargic and not motivated. At least for me, that's what happens to me when I start training really heavy, is like outside of the gym, I just want to lay around and be lazy. But yeah, that's the price we pay for doing the things we love. So I guess I'll leave it there. Yeah, this training it's 20 weeks out. And I'm happy with where my strength base is right now. Just happy with, having this much time, and it should be fun to see how strong I can get. I don't know. I'm gonna just enjoy this process. You always have to enjoy the process of getting stronger. And yeah, feel grateful to have the body to do this. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you in the next one. Now, can't think. Brain fog. Need a nap.